What is going on, everybody? Lincoln here with Brookside Landscape Design, and today Isaiah and I are out here in Bremerton, actually only about 4 minutes from our shop, our home base, so really close to home on this one, and we are getting started. Brand new project. Lots of phases, and we're really excited about this one. So I'm going to walk you through it just real quick. There's some old wooden steps, ripping them out. We're going to put in some really nice landing treads with some steel edging on the sides with some nice fresh gravel. All the way down they have a little concrete pad. Their front door is actually down this way. And so we're going to be putting path lights in to kind of help guide people down this way to their actual front door. There's this old CMU block wall that you can see Isaiah down there is going to town on. This tree decided that it wanted more space, and so it started pushing this wall out. So we are going to tear this old one out. We're going to tear it out over here, and then we're going to put in a new block wall over here, and then do a little mini alpine rockery over here. And then later on, we're going to be putting in a little paver pathway that goes on the front side of their house to a patio that ends like somewhere over there. But today is just a demo day, prep day, exploration day, find out where things go. Those lights still have electricity. We're gonna find out, but in a safe, controlled manner, you know, with a tester and whatnot. We're not just gonna like chop through wires. That would be silly. But yeah, so follow along and stick with us, and let's build some stuff. All right, guys, so Corey's working on getting our base screeded. We're gonna start laying some block today on this wall, so pretty pumped about that. We got this great tool from, I think it's from Pave Tech, I don't really know, but it's screed poles for walls, and they make setting base for a wall so much easier than having to sit here with the zip level and like zip each little individual section. We can get big sections to exactly the grade that we need, and we can do it fast and efficient, and as soon as we pull those poles out, we're ready to just set blocks on top, which is awesome. It saves us a ton of time. As Corey and I were just discussing, this tool in particular is only helpful if you've excavated enough front to back to actually have room to pull the excess screed material and have room to work. We can see that Corey is in the trench and has a place for the excess to go. If you don't excavate enough, or you're too narrow, if you only excavate enough for your block, then it gets really hard to get your base right. We like to do things right around here. So we're going to finish screeding these 3 sections, and then we're going to start laying some blocks. So stay tuned. All right, well, I should have started a timer, but look at that. Beautiful. That's how easy those screed poles are. Corey and I are big fans. So now we're gonna start setting some blocks. Alright guys, another day out here in Bremerton working on this really big job. Let's go see what Corey's up to. Corey's working on getting these blocks leveled. We had some settling overnight, which is fortunate, but you know, it's wet and our material is wet. But Corey's working on getting us fixed up. Alex is over here working on getting us excavated for the next section of wall. We're doing a little kick out here to give this big tree some room to grow. For example, it's just some of the roots that Alex had to pull out today. The tree is quite large. He was pushing the old wall down, so he did a nice job of digging out for that. And also notice this trench here underneath his feet. We're going to put in some drainage behind our wall, help this drain. So that's going to eventually be cut all the way to this downspout over here to help keep water from tearing down our wall. And I'm working on our tread, getting our tread set. Those are not treads, those are base blocks that we're using to set treads, the first tread on, to help get them exactly the right height that we need. And then it's going to be pavers in through there, set of treads, pavers, more treads. It's going to look sick. Stay tuned.
What's going on, everybody? Lincoln and Corey, your favorite tag team duo out here again. Let's show you the progress on this wall. It's really sick. Corey's going to start getting some 1.5 inches for us in our little muck truck over there. But I'm going to go show you our wall and how far we've gotten with that, and then I'm going to come help him shovel gravel because that's no fun. So we have these existing steps. Oh, what's that? What's that? Bang! Whoa! Look at that.
Wow! Beautiful!
So we're straight square to the house till about here, and then we wanted to give this cedar tree some room, so we kicked out a little bit. We got a nice curve going, and then we're going to stop here for today, even though our wall is going to end somewhere up there. And the reason for that, we're putting in paver pathways with some treads. This will all be pavers, 10 treads going up there, and we want to be able to do the wall and the treads at the same time so that we're not encroaching on the space of each project. So we're going to kind of build our wall as we build our treads and kind of do that at the same time. But yeah, check out this progress. It's looking great. Corey and I, our goal today, you can kind of see we got some backfill in there. We got our drain pipe in. That's hooked up only to about here, but eventually it's going to be hooked into that downspout. Our goal today is to backfill and stack 5 layers tall. That's going to be our final height on this wall. We're going to get it stacked up and backfill to probably about there. It's going to kind of stair step down because we can only backfill so much. But yeah, check it out, follow along, and rock on, baby. Alright guys, so Corey and I are getting ready to get fired up for the day. Kind of got the job site all organized. We got some materials staged in our muck truck and got some blocks down. Keep hammering on this wall, finish excavating all the way up to somewhere in there, and laying base and laying block. And so you can see my paint can right there. I'm going to start marking out some lines so we know where to dig. And while I'm doing that, Corey's going to work on continuing to get our wall backfilled, what we got done last week. And yeah, we're going to get after it, pitter patter. Alright, time is finally here. We're going to get some tread slammed into the ground. We got our cute little excavator today. We're going to put some tread in the ground. Let's go. Alright guys, so about 3:30. Probably going to start wrapping it up here in a little bit. It's getting kind of dark. I don't know, we're going to work as long as we can, but look at this. We got our treads in. Our first set. The guys are working on getting this area prepped for base for our second patio or paver pathway. And then I've been over here basically from this point on getting our curve set for our wall. I'm going to get one more block in there and then I'm going to hold off for the rest of them for today, but good progress. All right, we got the whole crew out here today. We got Corey, we got Mark and Jack, we got Adam. Let's go see what Mark and Jack are up to because they don't get to be on camera too much. They're doing some pretty cool stuff. Hey Mark and Jack, what are you doing? I'm digging a trench. Just running some wire. They are the light bringers. It's gonna look sick. They're doing some lights down the sides of these existing stairs, down this pathway over here. It's gonna look awesome. Today is one of those we're doing so much days that we almost forget to film, but luckily I remembered. So yesterday we banged out part of the next set of treads. We got 6 here. We still have 4 left to go in here. Mark and Jack are working on getting our lights wired in right now. Jack's up there putting a light in the ground right now and getting it wired up. We got the wire ran. We got some conduit for some maybe future lights down the side of this path. It's gonna look sick. But Corey and Alexander are working on getting the base ready for this section of pavers, and on the
Bam! We're already getting pavers in the ground. It's looking good. We got some Belgard Urbana going in. I believe Rio color. I'll double check that for you, but I think it's gonna look slick. So we're setting this in kind of a rectangle shape, but then we're gonna mark some nice gentle curves to it, give it a more nicer look to it. But while they're doing that, I'm over here working on mocking up our cap, diamond caps for the wall. Got our corners cut. I'm gonna have to figure out what I'm gonna do about that little tiny gap there, but we're all mocked up and working our way around the curve. So, just got our lower patio cut. Look at that curve. Sleek, the way we like it. And uniform. Looks the same on both sides. So now we can start getting our border pavers in. Probably going to need our IT saw, which we didn't bring, to make these cuts so we have a nice fall in the curve. But got the bottom one cut. It's about lunchtime. We got the top one marked out. Might score that just before we take lunch so we don't lose our lines. And then up here, they're working on getting some alpine rockery, some accent rocks. Look at that, folks. Come on. Wall, treads, pavers, accents. Looking good. So when I say things are starting to come along fast, they're coming along fast. Boom, border pavers. Now, before you're like, Lincoln, that looks not good. So obviously we're gonna have to probably make some cuts tomorrow to kind of reduce our gaps. That's a little bit big, but I cleaned it off a little bit. Look at those treads. And here's that second landing. Again, same kind of thing. I mean, that gap is just unacceptable. We're gonna fix it. So it is our last day on this phase of this job, and let me tell you, it has really been a fun project. So today's goals: Adam was here this morning, laid out plants for us, spray painted out our lines for bed. We're going to do a little bit of lawn cleanup, so all that extra topsoil we're going to put grass seed and peat moss. Plants over here, this is going to be all barked. We got one more light to put in. We hooked our drainage up from behind the wall to their downspout, so we're in the process of kind of building up some topsoil to kind of get that covered up so it's not as unsightly. And then infill, gluing, and then just cleaning everything off. And I cannot wait to show you guys the finished product. Once it's all cleaned up, all the plants are in, it's gonna look really awesome. So stick around. All right, guys, the end of the day here. We're wrapping it up. The crew's working on just getting the truck loaded up. I'm gonna make this quick because I want to make sure that I help them. But this is a wrap on phase one here at this project. It looks great. I'm just gonna give you a quick walkthrough so you can see this bad boy because it came out really nice. The crew worked really hard. Everything went really well. For the most part, we had some challenges, but we overcame them pretty fast. And the clients are really happy. I'm really happy. The boss is really happy. So without further ado, let's take a look. So, thanks for joining us on this journey. Comment down below what you thought might be the trickiest part of this build, and also let us know what your favorite part of this build was. Is it the treads? Is it the lights? Is it the wall? Let us know. And as always, if you're in our area, hit us up. Let us build something cool for you. I'm Lincoln. Me and the crew are going to sign off on this one, and we'll catch you in the next one.